I'm a 28-year-old woman, and when I was 13, my parents left me at a gas station to teach me a lesson. They never imagined I'd take that lesson seriously. It happened during one of those long, sticky summer road trips. The van was packed, 2 siblings, a cooler full of melting sandwiches, my dad's country music playing just a little too loud. We were somewhere in the middle of nowhere, a stretch of cracked road framed by flat fields and heat shimmer. I asked for water, and my mom told me to run inside and grab a bottle. I hopped out, jogged into the gas station, found a cold bottle from the fridge, and walked to the counter with a couple of crumpled bills. I remember thinking I'd beat my siblings back to the van. I actually smiled. But when I stepped outside, the van was gone. At first, I waited on the curb. 5 minutes. Then 10. I walked around the side of the building, thinking maybe they pulled up to the air pump or went around the back. Nothing. I checked inside again. Still nothing. The cashier asked if I was okay. I told him my parents were probably just messing with me. I waited 30 minutes on that metal bench outside the door. Then an hour. The sun moved, shadows shifted, and the cars that came and went were never the right one. The cashier let me use the phone behind the counter. I dialed home. No answer. I tried my mom's cell, then my dad's. I left a voicemail. Another hour passed. The cashier called the local police. When the officers showed up, I gave them everything I could remember. Full names, our street address, what the van looked like, what everyone was wearing. One of the officers stayed with me while the other made a few calls. They offered me a juice from the mini fridge while I waited. 6 hours after I'd been left there, my parents pulled back into the lot. No speeding, no panic. They parked like they were stopping for fuel. My mother stepped out first, adjusted her sunglasses, and asked the officers what the big deal was. She told them it was discipline, that I'd been acting out, and they thought I needed a wake-up call. A reminder of what happens when you're careless or forget to follow directions. My father just nodded along, arms crossed. The police didn't press charges. They said it was a parental overreaction, but that no law had technically been broken. They warned my parents not to do anything like that again. I sat in the backseat of the van the whole drive home, silent. No one said anything to me. My brother laughed the next morning and said I looked like a scared puppy when they finally picked me up. My sister rolled her eyes and told me to stop being dramatic. At school that fall, I didn't tell anyone what happened. I just became quiet, focused. I turned in my assignments early, stayed out of group activities, ate lunch alone when I could. I stopped expecting birthday cakes or bedtime hugs. I stopped expecting anything, really. I started preparing, quietly. I kept granola bars in my backpack, just in case. Learned how to open my bedroom window from the outside using a fork. I began hiding emergency cash in an old DVD case. I didn't know what I was preparing for. I just knew I needed to be ready for the next time I was left behind. We never spoke about the gas station again. Not even once. It became one of those family moments that got edited out, like a bad photo. Everyone moved on except me. I never really had a choice. When I turned 18, I applied to every out-of-state college I could afford the application fee for. I got into 6 states away. I packed everything I owned into 2 suitcases and left the morning after graduation. No party, no photos. No one helped me load the cab. My mother was watering her plants when I left. My father didn't look up from the television. I moved into a dorm with strangers and never went back. Over the years, I built something for myself. It wasn't perfect, but it was mine. A job I earned without any referrals. An apartment I furnished one thrifted chair at a time. Friends who hugged hello and remembered my birthday. People who noticed when I was quiet and asked if I was okay. No one ever left me standing alone in a parking lot. I didn't cut my parents off completely. I didn't block their